What's up YouTube, it's Louis here. Hope you're all well in these times. Today we're going to be looking at Hbar and what is going on with Hbar. It might be a little bit confusing today, but I'm going to try and explain it as best as I can. So ever since we had this dip down here, we measured from the top to the bottom and it gave us some targets to the upside. We were always looking at the 1618 36-cent target until that got invalidated. Now the area that we must hold to keep that validated is this golden pocket over here, the 050 to the 0618. You can now see that you lost that. Now what that means is that you're basically trying to obviously get rejected now and break these lows, and you've come down to that low now and you broke below it. We need to see a close above it for potential for continuation to the upside, but for now you basically, especially if you close below this zero, you've definitely invalidated that 1618 target. Now I'm going to get rid of that quickly and we're going to zoom in. We've measured in the last video from the swing low to the swing high, and you create that reversal wave once you lost this golden pocket over here, and you back tested as resistance. You came down, and this was amazing for Hbar because it seemed like we were going to basically form a double bottom, but there's always a risk with a double bottom, is that it never really plays out until you break the neckline. And you can see we came to the neckline and got completely rejected, basically saying that I don't want to complete this pattern, I don't want to even validate this pattern. And you come down and lost the low, came to the one, and I did say to you guys, if we ever lose this 25-cent target, I would be looking at a 0.222 cent Hbar token, and we've got that now. And you actually got overextended, and I have actually warned you guys in the past that this is not my low target. If we do continue down, I was always looking at this, and it's always been in the chart, this 18-cent technical target. And the reason being is because once you lost this 0618, this is actually your next target, the 786. And a few things can happen now. What we would need to see is obviously for us to get down here first, and from here we do not want to lose this low whatsoever. This is such a key low because from here you can get the bounce above the 618, confirm it as support, and we are off. That's it, done. The dip's done. But if we then come down and lose this, or even come up to the 618 and then lose it, so either you can come down, little bounce, and then lose it, or come all the way to the 618, get rejected and lose it. If you lose the 786 at 18.8 cent, then we would be coming down to the one technical target roughly at 13 cent, 13.8 cent. Now that is so ugly, isn't it, guys? If we do lose that, that's your bear market for sure, and we would be looking at this as a technical target about 5 cent for Hbar. Now how did we get the 618? We've measured from the swing low to the swing high. You've basically had an impulse before correcting, and you can see, what is it doing? What is it finding it easier to do? It's finding it easier to go up, and it's being suppressed downwards. Look, you're trying to go up, suppressed downwards. So you find it easier to go up, and you're correcting down for the continuation, basically. You see it, you can just see that the momentum is much clearer than the momentum to the downside. Boom, 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 boom. Accumulation. We're correcting down, we're reaccumulating. Basically, we went up a bit too parabolic. The whales were like, this is way too effing high for Hbar. We need to push it back down as low as possible so all our mates can accumulate. And then obviously should come down to the 618, but you can actually go to the 786 before continuing, as long as you get back above this purple line, the 618, and confirm it as support for that continuation, basically. And of course you'll see that the momentum it will be much quicker to get up than it's taken to come down, basically, because obviously it's easier for it to go up than for it to go down, because it's being suppressed down. It's naturally going up but being suppressed down. And of course we're looking at the 786 target now because we lost the 618, and that would make sense because you've run into this swing. Look, so you've got a neckline of a double bottom over here, but also this double bottom over here neckline with a few fake outs just there, but this is your neckline, and that's lining up with that 786. So yes, we'd like to see this hold, but since we lost the 618 over here, this previous swing low, it would make sense to go to the next technical target, which is the 786 on this line over here. We do have a midpoint though, and last time we got a bounce off the midpoint here as well, so we could get a bounce off the midpoint, but I would say that if we lose the midpoint, technically we're already in a target to down at the 18 cent mark.